What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Raku, the legend. Welcome to my reaction, Raku Reaction Z. Sorry, I've been gone for a minute, been working hard, but I'm back. You feel me? I gotta keep on the consistency, and the little viewers I probably done gather could be gone, could not, but I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Let's get back into it, man.
Shout out to Marlo, shout out to Marlo, shout out to Marlo. And I made it beat and shit, it beat and shit, it beat and shit.
You can see one of 17 alien-based caves, which enters into what we are almost 99% sure is the entry point to a garden, the Hollow Earth. This underground civilization, said to exist within the Earth's core, was first discovered by one of Christopher Columbus's disgruntled cronies. His former co-captain, Shepard Charlemagne, allegedly led an expedition 13 miles into this exact Antarctic snow cave on the night of April 30th, 1886. He claimed to find a mythical subterranean kingdom inhabited by enlightened lizard-like beings. Today, this so-called Hollow Earth, aka a garden,
most dangerous truth teller in history wasn't a king, wasn't a politician, wasn't a scientist. It was a fucking jester. Because see, the jester had a strange privilege. He could say things that nobody else could. He could mock the king, question society, point out uncomfortable truths, and somehow avoid punishment. Why? Because he just wrapped the message up in entertainment. And once people are entertained, they stop defending themselves. They laugh and they listen, and the message slips right through.
Symbol of the Illuminati, the all-mocking tongue. For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on.
But now here's where things get strange. What if the gesture never disappeared? What if he simply changed costumes? Movies, televisions, cartoons, streaming platforms, you know, different stages, same role. Like, think about the Truman Show. A man discovers his whole entire life is manufactured. Or in The Matrix, when he wakes up from an illusion he thought was real. And there's so many more.
Hey, yeah, we finna get on another one, man. I gotta crank this shit up. We finna crank it up. This shit I already know. If you don't know, sorry. Trying to crank it up. Alright, guys. I just found this guy. You know me. I just be checking shit out. But this is Terror Ted's Tale. The world's biggest conspiracy theories. You know what I like, man. You know I like the conspiracy shit. The alien shit. Shout out to the cosmic mother and shit. But you know. Let's get right into it, man.
It's showtime.
Nice beat. Nice.
Tonight, newly released UFO files, like this one in Kazakhstan, a mysterious object lighting up the night sky. Other videos showing pulsing balls of light flying erratically and seeming to defy laws of physics. Some even appearing to fly in formations. Part of the Pentagon's release of more than 50 declassified videos and first-hand accounts following President Trump's directive to release government UFO files.
Very bright particles or fragments or something.
The files include audio of astronauts decades ago describing mysterious bright lights and particles.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of big ones out my window there. It's just bright. Looks like the 4th of July out Ron's window.
And this report from last year. In an encounter that lasted over an hour, a U.S. intelligence officer reported oval-shaped orange orbs coming within 10 feet of a U.S. helicopter, splitting in two and speeding away, leaving military and intelligence professionals speechless. Other videos may have an explanation. Here, a U.S. F-16 fighter jet shoots down an object over Michigan's Lake Huron in 2023, the same day the Pentagon said it shot down a possible Chinese spy balloon over that lake.
It's crazy to see stuff like this on the news.
It gets a lot crazier, bro.
We are not alone. The Pentagon released the UFO files a few weeks.
Yeah, I do know that my people, right? They come and telling you, bro. And the craziest part about it, wait till motherfuckers see who on them ships, though. Cause who coming back to wreck this shit? They think it's a man, but really it's a woman, bro. I know, when I had to do my research, it was crazy too, but yeah. Motherfuckers for to know who the great mother is for real.
back, and we just found out over 1 billion people have visited the site. 1 billion. It's got to be a record. The War Department says more files will be released soon. UFO experts and top researchers have been investigating aliens for years. Their sources say dozens of crashed UFOs have been recovered, and what they found inside? Shocking.
4 different types of life.
4 different types of life.
4 different species of aliens. Another scientist called them Greys, Nordics, Insectoids, and Reptilians. All of them have 2 arms and 2 legs, just like us. Experts speculate the Reptilians are scaly with long tails like a lizard. Insectoids look like a praying mantis. The Greys look like your classic movie alien, and the Nordics look like a regular Swedish guy, but 7 feet tall. We haven't seen the evidence, but Pete Hegseth says more evidence is coming, and there are a lot of believers in Congress.
What the fuck?
I told you, bro.
And do people think that there's one type of non-human intelligence that's visiting the Earth, or is there many, many types?
People who have been involved in recoveries have said
There are at least
They've been doing mixing breeds for years, bro. It's all types of alien creatures out there. But the one that finna start this war, get the war shit right, them the ones who created my people. But it's a lot of beings on this planet, bro. They are not humans, bro. Years and years, a lot of these motherfuckers are hybrids, bro. Like, this shit been going on, man.
4 types, 4 separate types. Now, I have not had direct access to that, but I believe the people.
Motherfuckers don't like the truth, but a lot of y'all motherfuckers not real, bro. Everybody ain't got a soul. Everybody got a spirit, but everybody ain't got a soul, bro. And you gotta go, bro.
Who I talk to.
4 different types of life.
4 different types of life, at least. Yeah.
And the people I've talked to, through the process of making the documentary, both on camera and off the record sources, and the people Hal's talked to over the decades, have said that there have been dozens of recoveries of crashed craft in the U.S. alone. Dozens of craft of non-human origin that either crashed organically or caused a crash and then recovered.
And have you spoken to people who, you talked about Jay, have you spoken to other people that have worked on these crashed crafts?
I've talked off the record with some people who were involved in recoveries. Mm-hmm. They would not go on camera to do interviews. Special forces people that would not go on camera to do interviews. One I thought was going to do an interview, and then a couple days before sent me a message saying, after further consideration and long talks with my wife, I decided I'd be forfeiting my life if I participated in your interview. And I thought that was like very unsettling message to get, obviously, but also very specific word choice, forfeiting my life.
There's got to be a reason why they're saying all this shit now.
People have been saying it for years, bro.
While Trump is out here posting AI pictures of himself walking.
And then y'all seen Trump took a picture of them white Palladian, whoever they is. Like, at the end, it's bruh, like, there's beings that look like us, there's beings that look like the Palladians, there's beings that look like the Greys, and there's another type of being. But they the original beings, bro. Like, y'all finna see shit finna get crazy, bro. And they tired of hiding. Trump got to release they tired of hiding. It's wartime.
With an alien, a former CIA-funded government researcher named Hal Puthoff and the director of the movie Age of Disclosure, Dan Farah, went on the Diary of a CEO and said that
people who have been involved in recoveries have said
there are at least 4 types, 4 separate types.
But what you may not know is that 57 years ago, the government also detailed 4 species of aliens that are visiting Earth in an upper-level Air Force Academy physics textbook called Introductory Space Science Volume 2. Chapter 33, which was titled Unidentified Flying Objects and is rumored to have been written in part by 2 members of Project Blue Book, included a subsection titled Alien Visitors, in which they described the 4 species of aliens that have been reported. So now let's compare what alien species the government currently thinks are visiting Earth versus what they thought in 1968. First, let's talk about the species that have withstood the test of time. The classic alien Grey, which became infamous because of their involvement in the Betty and Barney Hill abduction case, were referenced in both the Air Force Academy textbook and today. Next, we have the Nordics, which in 1968 were basically described as essentially the same as Earthmen. But their description has become more refined over time and are now typically described as blonde-haired, blue-eyed, 6 to 7 foot tall Swedish models.
There's no way the government are going to confirm any of this.
It's because they're controlled by reptilians, bro.
For fuck's sake.
Today, the scuttlebutt is that the other two species that are visiting us are the insectoids, which are basically Wemby-sized praying mantises with similar proportions, but without the ability to dribble a basketball. And the other group is referred to as the reptilians, which of course are dinosaur-looking bipedal nightmares. Although the reptilians could be extraterrestrial in nature, the Silurian hypothesis proposes that they could represent a form of ancient advanced reptilian life that is native to Earth, which means they would actually be considered cryptoterrestrials instead of extraterrestrials, R.I.P. MacTonies. But in 1968, the remaining 2 species of aliens were much less intimidating. According to the Air Force Academy textbook, the most commonly described alien is about 3.5 feet tall, has a round head, possibly a helmet, arms reaching to or below the knees, and is wearing a silvery spacesuit or coveralls. Lastly, the rarest of the rare alien species could just as likely be found on the forest moon of Endor as Earth, because they were described as about 4 feet tall, weighing about 35 pounds, and covered with thick hair or fur. Members of this last group are also described as being extremely strong, which of course basically sounds like a lightweight version of an Ewok. In closing, when it comes to which alien species could be visiting us, I'll leave you with the conclusion of the Air Force Academy textbook. The best thing to do is keep an open and skeptical mind and not take an extreme position on any side of the question.
Fuck that, it's a load of nonsense.
Nah, bro, David Icke was right.
Yeah, David Icke.
What are your thoughts on that there are physical reptilians running physical bases underground? Was these underground bases often run by reptilian beings? Well, let me quote the roadmap again. Draco reptilians are said to be the royalty at the top of the reptilian hierarchy, who are fierce warriors and super psychopaths that pass on their traits to their underlings. They have seeded many elite human reptilian hybrid bloodlines that have become royalty, political leaders, in the cult inner circle. You have Draco reptilian guys running the governments of every country on the planet. Reptilians have bases throughout the solar system and under the earth, including one in Antarctica.
I've come across US military people, some of them working in bases in Britain, who have openly interacted with reptilian and grey entities in underground bases. See, these DUMBs, these deep underground military bases, they're...
Well, what happened?
Get this. Cause I'm bringing Yariana plate in here, cause Yakub, he crying over her plate. I know when I leave, he gonna try to steal her food.
You need to stop, Yakub. They're doing the video.
That's what they do. They always
chill out.
They be taking from each other. And then you wonder why one's still hungry because one fucking taking their food. They ate all their fries. That's on them. Eat that little piece of it. I gotta start eating what I give y'all. Y'all can't always have what you want because you ran out of potatoes. I gotta make sure we eat your head.
all over the world, like this Pine Gap in Australia, which is an American base. They go down fantastic distances. You go into the lower levels of these bases. First of all, you see horrific experiments going on. And then the major bases, they open out into the areas where the reptilians have lived for a very, very long time within the Earth. While there are reptilian and grey entities operating within the Earth and within the underground bases, the focal point of them is in this astral dimension.
This lunatic was right. I'm never gonna live it down.
I tried to tell you, bro.
Here, look, man. Nigga coming out with some quote they right, man. You feel me? Bobby Heyman was right. C. Freeman Ill was right. Malachi York was right. All these niggas was right. And if it'll come in your face.
You believe that Skinny Bob footage to be authentic?
I do, but somebody dressed it up with like
fake scratch marks and
right. But the original footage, that was real because that's exactly how they look. That's exactly how they move. And
really,
when the first time I saw it, I freaked out, because it was like, your heart races a little bit.
You're just thinking, oh my God, they're real.
Right. Yeah, because it was like, it wasn't like I had a visual memory that I could sketch on paper.
Right.
But when
you knew it when you saw it.
When you saw it, you knew it. And so I know that's authentic. I mean, it's just every fiber of my being. You even if you had a guy come up and say, "Hey, look, I faked this with his 3D software," I'm going to think he's trying to make a name for himself, and he's faking it. Faking it.
Right.
But yeah, so
you bet your life on it.
Yeah, those are 4 little skinny bobs that I saw running out of my room.
You would swear that is real. That's wild.
Yeah, absolutely.
If that was real, why would anyone try and make the footage look old?
Trust me, bro. Skinny Bob's legit.
I think the most...
Well, y'all, we finna check out a new video. That's crazy. So, this is another one. This is Michelle Plata. You know I had to check her out, man. Let's end it with it. Let's get it.
Davis, also known as the monster who created P. Diddy, has died at 94 years old today. Many people know that this is about to change the music industry forever because Clive Davis is one of the most interesting figures in the music industry, and allegedly he is the person who pulls all of the strings behind the scenes when in regards to like things like Diddy freak-offs and just like gross shit going on in the industry, and maybe even some celebrity death. Literally the second the news dropped that Clive Davis was dead, you guys were all in my comments asking for a video on it, so I'm gonna do a little bit of a deep dive into Clive Davis, who he was, all of his connections to various dead celebrities, and also why people claim that he is the monster that created Diddy. So this blind item I want to talk about first was from June 1st of 2026, and this was right when Clive Davis was first hospitalized. I mean, he was obviously 94, so clearly old as hell, but the blind item reads, the record producer slash label owner knows as soon as he dies he won't be able to control all of the stuff about him from getting out, like how he had a hand in the death of the A-list singer, and this is allegedly Clive Davis and Whitney Houston. So now that Clive Davis has died, it has already got a lot of people talking about him and also talking about what sort of things are going to come out, what truths are going to come out about the industry and about the way that Clive Davis ran things, because honestly, even up until his death, he still had such a prominent name and prominent pull within the record industry that I feel like a lot of people did not want to fuck with him. So I am also thinking that there is going to be a lot of information coming out now that he is dead. So in most recent years, Clive Davis has been famously connected to P. Diddy and again being dubbed as the monster behind Diddy, but his industry ties actually go super deep, from Janis Joplin to Whitney Houston to Kelly Clarkson. Like, this guy has worked with everyone, okay? And a lot of them are dead. Say that. I'm kind of gonna hop a little back and forth from this video, but we're gonna start a bit with the Diddy stuff. And as we're talking about these relationships that Clive Davis had and these conspiracy theories about him, I'm gonna have a little tally going for the number of people who he had beef with that are now dead, because it adds up quick. It adds up a little too quick, okay? I'm just saying. So it has been a running conspiracy theory for many years, and now we know about it. Like, after the 50 Cent documentary about P. Diddy came out, we are aware that this has happened several times to several different workers at Bad Boy Records that have walked in on Diddy getting his stuff, getting head from various men and women. And allegedly, Jaguar Wright is someone who claims that an entertainment lawyer that worked at Bad Boy Records told her about how she walked in on Christopher Williams doing this to Diddy.
Christopher Williams, I don't know, I guess he wanted to sign. I don't know what happened. But Puff was supposed to be giving him a demo deal, and he gave him a demo deal, and I guess it was supposed to turn into an album deal, which that never happened. But this young woman walked in to get approval on some paperwork, see. And when she walked in, the door wasn't locked, so she didn't think twice about just walking in. And when she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing fellatio on Puff. Now, from what she said to me, it was disturbing because, you know, they didn't stop. She just walked out. And she just kept her head down at the office the rest of the day, I believe it was. And I don't think it was at the end of business day that day, but I think it was the following day. He came into her office and was like, yeah, so you came in there, so what? What you gonna do? You gonna say something? And she was like, oh no, she was like.
So these niggas just love this sweet candy cane shit, man. Look, you can do your sweet candy cane shit, nigga, but don't push that shit on everybody. Everybody ain't with sweet candy cane, gang. What's wrong with y'all niggas, gang? For real. How y'all pass up on a beautiful black woman? She any type of race of woman. The hell you find? Fuck.
I just don't understand why you left the door unlocked. If you were in there doing that, why would you leave the door unlocked? He said, I'll do whatever the fuck I want to do in my building. And I just don't know. He was like, it's power, see? I can make a man, he said, if I can make a man suck my dick, I can make people do anything for money. Bruh. That's what you said, Puff.
So I have heard this multiple times now in several different blind items and documentaries about Diddy, where he likes to leave his door unlocked while receiving things from potential clients. So kind of
don't stress out, honey, get through the flame. Don't burn out, shout out to my lady. She stay down and I don't do a fuck what they saying. Now ain't got a small pop cause I rejected by my dad. Shit really hurt me.